What's going on YouTube? Flashy here, and today we're going to be ranking all of the competitive skins for Mortal Kombat 11. This is Flashy Makes a Tier List, the Combat League edition. Alright, so we're actually starting off with a bang here. Arguably one of the best, if not the best, skins to come out in Mortal Kombat 11, and that is Season 1, Season of Blood, going right into the S tier. I mean, if you just look at the Scorpion and the Aaron Black skins, these might be just the two best skins in the game, period. I love that the Scorpion kind of has like that Ezio from Assassin's Creed vibe, and then if depending on the gear you pick with Aaron Black, you can just make him look absolutely insane. Like, these skins, even though it's just 2 out of the 4 in the season, S tier immediately. The Scarlet and the Katana ones, I mean, they're cool. Black and red always goes well together, but it's the Scorpion and the Aaron Black one that shine. I mean, as soon as Season 1 came out and I saw these skins, I was like, oh, NetherRealm is not messing around with competitive skins. So yeah, Season 1, Season of Blood, S tier all day. And now next up, we have another top skins contender. We have Season 2, Season of Time. These skins are amazing. We'll call it 3 out of the 4 are absolutely insane. But it's really, again, Aaron Black got so much love at the beginning of this game. Not just his skins, but everybody was playing him at the beginning of the game. Maybe that's why they're giving him so many Combat League skins. But the Season of Time Aaron Black looks so good. Those two, Season of Blood and Season of Time Aaron Black skins, are the only ones I use when I play the character. Like, he is absolutely amazing in that. Also, I do think it brought us the best Jackie Briggs skin in the game. She doesn't really have the best ones in the game, but Season of Time definitely brought that out. The collector one, I didn't really like so much just because of like that weird headpiece that he gets. I wasn't really feeling it. The Raiden one looks really good in game. It's like this black and white with the light blue. I want to give this an S tier just because of the Aaron Black one. But we're going to go A just because it really was just Aaron Black and Jackie. And Jackie doesn't really have that many other skins to compete with, so that's obviously going to be your best one. But the Aaron Black one is just so good. So A tier for Season of Time. But now we're on the flip side of things. We're going into Season 3, Season of the Revenants Reborn. I liked the idea of what they were doing with this season, right? What they did was essentially just take the default skins of 4 characters, which were Katana, Jade, Kung Lao, and Liu Kang. Those were all Revenants as their default skins. So what they did was just made human versions of it, but they didn't change anything. Everything is exactly the same, only they're humans and not Revenants. Honestly, I think the Revenants look way cooler, especially in this game. Like in MKX, Revenants did look really good, but in this game, they look amazing. I love the design. So to just switch them back to human, I wasn't really feeling it. Is it an F tier? Probably. It probably is. I'm like floating between C and F, but I'm probably going to go F tier just because, I don't know, man. I really wasn't feeling it. You took like really cool skins and just downgraded them. To me, that's going to be an F tier. But now we're going into Season 4, Season of Chaos. So these were actually awesome. These were orange and black, a really nice color combination. And my main character, Noob Saibot, got one of the sickest skins that he's ever had at this point in the game. This orange and black one just looks so good. And a lot of Sub-Zero players will also be rocking this one. And the more I'm looking at it, the Frost in orange and black and the Cassie in orange and black actually looks amazing too. I want to give this an A tier, man, because Season of Chaos was awesome. I'm not sure when this came out, but these were like pure Halloween skins. If this came out in October, then it gets bonus points. You know what I'm saying? But the Sub-Zero and the Noob Saibot skin alone, easy A tier. I still use the Noob Saibot skin. I think it looks absolutely amazing. The Sub-Zero one is really cool too. You'll see a lot of that when you're playing online. And the Frost and Cassie, you know, they're kind of just like icing on top. So I'm gonna give this one an A tier. I really like Season of Chaos. Again, that noob skin just outshines everything that was available for him at that time, and he just looks amazing in the game already. So to give him this like sick orange and black with the orange sickle skin looked awesome. So Season of Chaos, A tier in my book. Coming up next, we have an interesting one, man. A very interesting one. Season 5, Season of Sorcery, also known as the Quan Chi season. So when this came out, people were a little skeptical. People were like, wait, does this mean we're getting Quan Chi in the game? Does this mean Quan Chi is not going to be in the game because we have these skins? This one was had a little bit of heat behind it. I'm not going to lie when it first got announced, but I know a lot of people loved it, especially the Kano, the Baraka, and the Cabal. I mean, all of them just look so good. They look so good. My personal favorite is the Cabal. I love Cabal, so having this like purple and gray and like this glowing tattoos and stuff was really cool. Baraka literally looks like Quan Chi. Baraka looks like if Quan Chi was a Tarkatan, this would be him in the game. So unfortunately, no Quan Chi in the game yet. Maybe there's another combat pack, but this is as good as it's going to get. The Cetrion skin, I don't really see ever. I don't play Cetrion, so I don't really use it. The Kano and the Baraka, you will still see a lot. Not so much the Cabal. He's just got so many sick skins. I'm going to give this one probably a B tier just because it was a shout out to Quan Chi. I really enjoyed it. I think the Cabal and the Kano look really good with the purple. And I like that they like did the tattoos and stuff like that on them. So they added a little bit more to the character as well, not just slap an outfit on them. Season 5 was not too bad. All right, next up we got Season 6, Season of Conquest. So this was an interesting one. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling this one. It didn't really do much for me. The Collector skin is cool. I do like it. I think when I play Collector, I use this skin just because the mask with the gold looks really good. The Garrus skin isn't too bad either, but Garrus with the mask on kind of looks bizarre. Total has way better skins available for him. And D'Vorah, I don't know. We'll talk about a D'Vorah Combat League skin later, but for this one, it's not an F tier. There's no way it's an F tier because the color scheme is really good. So we're going to give it a C. I wasn't really feeling this one too much. There wasn't too much coming with it. Collector, again, decent. Kotal, he's all right. Garrus and D'Vorah, wasn't really feeling those, but C, you know, not as bad as Season 3. Definitely nowhere near B and above. We're going to give it a nice C. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Season 7, Season of Death. So this one is super controversial. So this one essentially did what Season 3 did, only flipped it. So you have Jax, Sonya, Johnny, and Cassie. These were all human characters in their default skins, and Season of Death, Season 7, turned them into Revenants. It didn't change anything else on their skins. They have the same default skin, but it made them Revenants. So personally, I really like this season. I think the Jax Revenant skin is one of his best ones. It just looks so good in game. I don't really like any of the future Jax. Classic Jax is pretty much like the best, so you really can't beat that, but Revenant Jax, I think if you watch some of my Jax videos, I use this skin. I definitely like it a lot. I don't think I've ever seen anybody using the Johnny, Sonya, or Cassie. I want to give this a B tier because of the Jax skin, but I think it has to go in C. It went 1 for 4. Again, it didn't really change anything with the characters. It just literally gave them that like gray skin with the glowing eyes, which is really cool. I love the Revenant design, but if they just did a little bit more and wasn't just the default skin, I would probably bump it up to a B. But again, it's literally just the default skin with Revenant skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing too crazy. Definitely better than Season 3, but I don't know. It's probably going to stick in C tier. But shout out to the Jax one. The Jax skin with classic arms looks really good. Now we have a pretty cool one, actually. We're at Season 8, Season of Nakanaden Greed. This was like the Collector season, and the color palette was all gold and white, and it was actually really cool. I love the Sub-Zero gold and white, as well as the Noob Saibot. Again, any new Noob Saibot skins, I'm all about it. I love the character. He's definitely my main character in MK11. One of my top 5 characters in MK in general. So any new skins for Noob, I'm always happy about them. The Shao Kahn in gold, it worked. It was pretty cool. And then the Jade in gold and white as well looks pretty solid. There are some really good Jade skins in the game, so this one doesn't really stand out too much. But the gold and white Sub-Zero and the gold and white Noob Saibot are really solid. I don't quite think this is A tier level because the Season of Chaos Noob and Sub-Zero skins were just so good. I'm going to give this a really high B, just because gold and white is like such a good color scheme and they just look so crisp in the game. Really high B, nothing bad to say about it. If it wasn't Shao Kahn and maybe there was another character in there, and maybe not Jade just because she has so many better other skins, this would probably be an A, but that's not a takeaway from the gold and white sub. Looks absolutely awesome. So next up is Season 9, Season of Souls, and I'm instantly giving this an A. I'm instantly giving Season 9 an A just because of what it did for my boy Raiden. So before I started maining Noob Saibot, I mained Raiden. I think I have like 1,500 ranked games with Raiden. I absolutely love him, and this was the first time that Raiden got a different color lightning in the game. Now that is a huge deal because Raiden's lightning is awesome, and the fact that he got shipped with blue and red, I love it. I think that's absolutely awesome. You get to decide what color lightning you want to use based on the skin you have. But Season 9 gave us green lightning Raiden, which looks so good. It looks so good. In a bunch of my Raiden videos, I'm rocking this skin just because the green lightning is awesome. This just opened the floodgates for giving characters different colors for their moves. Cetrion is actually one character that does this really well. Based on her skins, her moves actually change colors, but that doesn't happen for a lot of other characters. So when this dropped and green lightning Raiden came out, I was like, I'm sold, man. I'm absolutely sold. So it gets major points for that. But then on the flip side, I also really like the Kung Lao video. I mean, I literally think the Kung Lao video I put out a couple days before this gets released we're using green Kung Lao. It just looks so good. The green eyes, the green glowing on the armor looks absolutely amazing. I don't play too much katana, but I do know that green katana looks sick as well. Again, that green glowing eyes just look so good, contrasted with like that harsh white that they have on as well. And also I think the alternate is like gray, so you get like light green and gray. It all just looks so good. They nailed it with Season of Chaos. Don't really know too much about the Cetrion skin. I don't really see it that much, but 3 out of 4 easily for Season 9. The Raiden just completely blew me out of the water, man. I loved it. Kung Lao, I really, really like that skin. There is one other Kung Lao skin that's like unbelievable. It's like S tier, unmatched. It wasn't from Kombat League. That one's unmatched, but green Kung Lao, close second. Green Katana just looks so good. It makes her fans look really good as well. So A tier for Season 9. Okay, so next up is Season 10. This is tough for me. This is really tough for me. I want to give Season 10 an S tier because when it was first announced and when I first saw these skins, I was like, dude, NetherRealm, you're never gonna top this. The Scorpion and the Scarlet skins look so good. There was like that weird like hieroglyphic writing in blue contrasted with like dark black on the outfit. It just looks so good. And when you pick Scorpion, his sword will change to like black and neon blue. Scarlet's dagger changes to that neon blue depending on which one you pick. Season 10 was so good. I think I have to go with high A, like on the cusp of S tier and A tier, like somewhere in the middle, man. I don't think I could pick. Maybe towards the end of the video when I've had time to sit with it, I'm going to change my mind. But the Scorpion, Scarlet, and Liu Kang skins look so good. The only problem that Liu Kang got a Season 10 skin is because he just has so many good ones. He's got the Fire God. He's got the tattoo sleeves one. So Liu Kang, this one kind of gets overshadowed just because there's so many other amazing Liu Kang skins. I mean, Fire God is just awesome. All of those skins are amazing. So you don't really see this one too much. But if you didn't have Fire God, this would have probably gone into S tier just because they all look so good. Frost, it didn't really do much for me. I don't know. Frost, like, she already has a couple skins that look like that. But I mean, 3 out of 4 just absolutely knocked out of the park. I really want to give it an S tier just because of the Scorpion skin. I'm doing it. The Scorpion skin makes it an S tier season. It was so good. And it still is one of Scorpion's best skins. This and the Season 1 Season of Blood, 1 and 10. And Scorpion is my favorite MK character. He's my favorite video game character ever. So I'm always happy to see some dope looking Scorpions. Season 1 and Season 10 just nailed it. I have to give it an S. I'm a little bit biased on those two, but Season 1 and Season 10 were so good for skins. And honestly, Scarlet looks amazing. I don't really play Scarlet much, and they gave her an awesome skin, so kudos to them. Because that made me want to play Scarlet just because it looks so cool. So S tier. Season 10 was an S tier. All right, next up, Season 11, Season of Order. So before I talked about D'Vorah skins. So I think Season 11 gave D'Vorah her best skin in the game. I know a lot of people will probably say like Nurse D'Vorah or something like that from the Halloween pack. I think Season 11 is the best D'Vorah skin. It just looks so clean. The little like square thing in the middle of her chest is a little weird. It's in all the characters. Jax has it in the middle of his chest too. It's a little bizarre. It does add like a nice contrast with the blue and like the really dark color scheme that comes with it. It also changes the color of the eyes, which I like a lot. I think this is D'Vorah's best skin, but honestly, I've played D'Vorah like 3 times, so it's not like I ever really use it. But if I were to play D'Vorah, I would use the Season 11 skin. The Jax one is alright. It kind of looks like he's wearing a onesie. I don't really see the Jackie one too much just because, again, the Season 2 Jackie skin is like the best one that she has. And then Baraka's is okay. There's a lot better Baraka skin, so I mean, it kind of just looks like one of his OG skins just with like a dark gray and like a slight gold trim. I'm gonna give this a B just because it made D'Vorah look so good. And the other ones are like decent. It's definitely not a C, but I'm gonna give it a B tier, a low B, a low B. Season 11 was alright. I like the color scheme, and it did something really good for a character that not many people use, so we'll give it a low B. So now a controversial one is coming up. Season 12, Season of the Aztec. I personally did not care for any of these skins. The Liu Kang one is decent because he's got like the glowing tattoos. I don't know, red and yellow just really wasn't doing it for me. I didn't really care for it. I know a lot of people really, really like the Kano skin, and the Kano one is cool. It's probably one of Kano's better skins. Personally, I think Season 5 had a better one. That Quan Chi one is way better. The Johnny Cage one just looks weird in game, and the Jade one is decent because it kind of gives you like this really cool like ceremonial neck piece that she has on. But again, the Liu Kang one way overshadowed by the other ones, didn't really do much. Johnny Cage one just looks bizarre in game. Did really good for Kano. He does look good and it does fit him like a very like primal. If Kano was in Far Cry Primal, This is what he would look like if you guys ever played that game. Personally, I'm gonna give it a C. I don't know. I don't really think it did much. I don't personally like them. I know a lot of people do. So if that's a little controversial, I apologize. But for me, C tier. Maybe like a high C. We'll give like a higher C. I like that they went above and beyond and they added new stuff to the skins and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't know. Wasn't really doing too much for me. Next up is Season 13, Season of the Fallen Kingdom, aka the Rain Season. So this one, I don't know. I'm a little torn on. It didn't really do anything crazy, but the purple just looks so good. And this was before Rain was announced or anything like that. So everybody was like, it's the Rain season. Rain is announced. We're getting Rain. Or other people were like, Rain is not in the game because of these skins and stuff like that. And I mean, Sub-Zero literally looks like Rain when you put this skin on. But I do really like the color purple. I think it looks really good on pretty much every MK character. Just the color purple, especially in this engine, looks really solid. Garrus looks amazing with the purple and gold. The Katana one is good too. I'm not gonna lie. It does seem like it was like a default skin for her. Nothing too crazy done with it. The armor does look nice, like the shoulder armor. But the shining ones here are definitely Garrus and Sub-Zero. I think I'm gonna give this a low B. Like, it wasn't awful. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like anything exceptional either. So just like a solid B. The purple and gold just looks amazing. It's a really nice color scheme. Maybe if they pick some other characters to have this, it would be a little bit better. But again, Garrus and Sub-Zero look awesome in these skins. So we're gonna give it a B. I have nothing bad to say about it. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. I'm wondering where I'm gonna put these right now. So Season 14, Season of the High. You either love these skins or you think they are the most garbage, disgusting F-tier skins in the game. I don't know what part of the spectrum I fall under with that. I think Beetleman Kotal does look pretty cool. I like the skins that just... Okay, this is where I'm gonna go with this. So the reason that people really did like this season is because they just completely transformed these four characters. Like, it's almost hard to tell that that's Kotal, Baraka, Scarlet, and Cabal. I think the Cabal skin is actually really cool. It kind of puts Cabal in a way that we've never seen him before, where he's a bug. The Baraka one also does look really good. I think the shining one here is Kotal Khan. Again, there's just nothing, there's no Kotal that looks like this. He literally is a beetle. He's literally cosplaying as a beetle. I don't think I could give this an A. There's no way I could give this an A. I'm gonna give this like a mid B. I want to give it a mid B. I'm gonna put it right, I think that's where I land with this, just right in the middle. I love that they just completely transform these characters into a way we've never seen them before. I also think they're pretty ugly, but just because the skin is ugly in the game doesn't mean it's a bad skin. You know, Mortal Kombat is very dark and gritty, so in a weird way, it's almost like Devora like captured these four characters, put them in her hive, and like put them in cocoons, and then hours later they appeared as this, and like they work for Devora. Like, I like the idea of it. I do like the colors, the yellows and then the reds look really good. I'm gonna give it a mid B. I know some of you guys might be like S tier and some of you guys might be like F tier. Mid B for me. I like the idea. I don't really use them too much, but pretty cool. And now I feel like I've either said, okay, this is like the best season, or it's been a controversial season. There's been a lot of controversy in these Kombat League skins. We have Season 15, the season of the Saurian Rebirth, the Reptile season. It is literally Reptile. Look at this Scorpion skin. It's classic Reptile, but it's Scorpion. So a lot of people were mad about that. Honestly, so pictures of that Scorpion skin got leaked, and everybody thought it was Reptile. People were like, oh my god, Reptile confirmed. So when it came out that it was a Scorpion skin, people were pissed. So I think that left like a bad taste in people's mouth when this got announced. I personally love the classic Reptile for Scorpion. I think it looks absolutely awesome. And then it goes under the radar, but the Noob Saibot skin is awesome. And I think you guys are seeing like a little pattern here. If Noob skin is involved, they're getting an A. Immediate A. I think that this season was awesome. I don't really know too much about the Jade or the Kung Lao. They're all right. I know the Jade one does look a little decent. I don't think I've ever used the Kung Lao one, but the Scorpion and the Noob skin just look so good, man. Like, I love running as classic Reptile with Scorpion. Like, it just looks so good. Do I wish it was Reptile? Yes, but at least we have that skin in the game, so I'm happy with it. I do like that it changed like the skin to make it like scaly and reptilian. That's awesome for all the characters. It makes their eyes literally look like the logo, like super reptilian as well, so that was cool. But the Noob skin is just so good. The green contrasted with the black, as well as like the color that the sickle becomes with this, A tier. Also, I really like what happens to Scorpion's gear as well when you use this. It turns into like a very like bright blue color, like a bright blue, bright green, and I like it a lot. So the Scorpion and the Noob skin outshine the fact that the Jade and the Kung Lao one are a little weak. I gotta give this an A, man. I absolutely love it. Classic Reptile looks so good. And then the noob skin just looks amazing. So there's actually one more season. It's not on this list. It might be because it wasn't technically numbered, but that is season 16, the season of lawlessness. Now, a lot of people really like the Sindel skin for their own reasons. I thought it was pretty cool what they did with the Johnny and the Cassie arms. But for me personally, the shining moment in this set is Sub-Zero. He gets this really cool like red or pink and black, depending on which skin you pick, the alternate or the regular. And then his ice becomes like red ice or pink ice. And I think that's really awesome. I love that they did that. So yeah, the Johnny and Cassie, not too much. A lot of people like the Sindel one for their reasons. I personally love the Sub-Zero one. I'm going to put the last season, season 16, into B. It's kind of the same thing as season 13. It just added a really nice color scheme to some characters. Nothing crazy, but the Sub-Zero one is absolutely awesome. So low B, probably the lowest of the Bs. And that officially wraps up our Kombat League skin tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you guys agree on at least some of my picks here. Let me know down in the comments which ones are your S tiers, which ones are your F tiers. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.